Gave us the power, so he's showing out, that's why we.
Right. Would it call me?
Yo, we is back. Episode Cool Daddy 57. For my brother, and just for y'all to know, it's hosted by this one word, Mr. C. Micah, and that one word over there, Mr. Rob Redeem. And he's not trying to be cool. He's kind of fighting some symptoms right now. But hey, this brother is faithful, just like Jesus is. You know, but this ain't the Bible study. But it's still a fact, though. I'm just saying. What's up, brother?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. For y'all don't look, we have lights. If you look through the glasses, you can see all them lights through them joints. And right now, I'm dealing with a major headache and some symptoms. But guess what? We gonna keep pressing because it's the sports show and we gotta make it happen. Good.
For real. What up, D? Good
What's
to see
up,
you,
D?
sis. Good to see you. Now, if you are watching us right now, either on Facebook, YouTube, or whatever, hit that like button. Also, hit the subscribe button. And while you subscribe, go ahead and hit that notification bell. We are live, like I said, on Brinson in the building. Okay.
Hey.
But you ain't missed. Okay. Hey, Brinson, my guy. But yeah, man, we are live right now on Twitter. We are live right now on Facebook. And as well, we are live on YouTube. What's up, brother?
Hey, it's funny. Hey, I'm grinning because Brinson in the building, and the night that I got to wear shades, Brinson.
Oh, that's why. That's probably why he said, Brinson, I get it.
Oh, okay. I thought Brinson
that's a
said
good one.
So. Who said
that's
Mr.
a good
G
one.
said
That's
it? Who said that? Crispy?
Mr. G.
Yeah.
Because if somebody come hit you and them glasses fall off, if it's Brinson, it's another pair up under there. I cannot
brother. Wait, I will never forget that in life. Hey, we interviewed our brother Brinson, and he was acting goofy, and his glasses flipped off, and this one word had some more shades under the shades.
Right.
Never seen it in my life.
Mr. G on it because he said no, he the only one that wear glasses. Yep, you right, brother. Mr. Brinson is that guy. Salute to him. If you don't know who that is, there's a Christian rapper, very well and very accomplished guy. Salute to him. But hey, man, we're gonna get into all kind of sports, man. There's a lot of stuff going on, and we're gonna go and get it in, brother. You ready?
Yeah, let's get it, bro.
Let's get it popping. Somebody tell me what's poppin'. What's poppin'? What's up, Hagens? Good to see you, sir.
What up, bro?
All right, very first thing on what's poppin', man. Damar Hamilton has cardiac arrest on the field. There was a game on Monday between the Bills and the Bengals. It was a very good game. It started out, it was very exciting, and then all of a sudden, man, everybody stopped. Everybody was circled around, and this man had cardiac arrest on the field. It was quite traumatic, man, to be honest.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Big time. Sixth round pick Damar Hamlin. He was the 6th round pick in the 2021 draft. Collapsed in the Monday night game, like C said, versus Bengals and Bills. Hamlin is showing signs of improvement, but he is still in the ICU and suffering cardiac arrest during the game. It was I didn't see it when it happened live, but I woke up the next day and I saw some of the commentators, former football players, almost in tears for this brother, man. Like, because he was like, "We don't prepare for this," and I can't think of the analyst's name, and he was like, "We don't prepare for this."
That was Booger.
No, it wasn't even Booger. It was the younger guy, a different guy, the younger guy that has
Ryan Clark.
Yeah,
that has the pivot.
black. Yeah, that has the pivot.
Yeah,
and Ryan was in tears, man, and he had to breathe heavy because he was like, "This is not something we as football players like." This touched, and I'll talk more about this when we get later on in the show about this situation, man, because I was very impressed. Hint, with how they handled this.
Yeah, man. Salute to. Listen, man. This will be more in the soapbox. I know we probably both gonna be getting on this, but I know a lot of times we critique the way people handle crazy situations. Look, bro, it was a crazy situation. It was very uncomfortable to even watch. Like, I'm the guy, like, when people have these murders or get shot or what, I don't want to see it, right? And to see all those guys breaking down, it's just like when you see somebody play basketball and they tear their leg a very bad way, and you see other players just crying. That's what it was like, man. Like, people was crying, you know what I mean? And that was something, dog. That was something, man.
24 years old, bro.
And we're going to talk about it, Hagens. Just keep waiting. We're going to talk about that Skip stuff. All right, man. But, yeah, man, just to say with that, man, hey, prayers out to that guy. I've heard that he was taken to the hospital. He was literally basically literally died twice. They resuscitated him 2 times. They took him to the hospital, and he was, from what I heard from today, he's on a breathing machine, and he was getting 100% oxygen, and now he's down to 50. So he's having some type of recovery, slow but good recovery, man. And this guy also had, I don't mean to take a lot of time on this, man, but I think it's important. He had this foundation that he was having for Christmas gifts, I believe, for kids, and he was trying to raise $2,500, and right now he's raised $6 million because everybody, when people see stuff like this, they want to help, and he's raised $6 million, and but I know the greatest thing that guy's mother and his family is want him to be alive, man, and as well as those players, man. 'Cause that just got to be traumatic, dog. I don't care what you say,
Yeah.
Real. All right, man. Next subject: college football playoff results, man. So the first weekend of it's been a lot of bowl games, but the whole college football playoffs,
the ones that matter.
The top 4, the ones that matter. TCU versus Michigan and Georgia versus Ohio State. Man, it was some great games, but I'm sure you got some stats, brother. Go ahead and go in.
Yeah, I don't have the numbers. Let you get your Fiesta Bowl. Number 3 TCU beat number 2 Michigan, 51-45. Listen, TCU has been doing their thing all year long. They keep coming back. I've been saying this all year, and I'm gonna let C get on his. But I've been saying this all year. This year, Cincinnati was TCU. We've been saying that the whole time. Peach Bowl, number 1 Georgia beat number 4 Ohio State 42-41. Let me tell you, that was an epic game, biggest comeback in bowl history. And I've been on Georgia since last season. I told everybody Georgia was gonna win, and then when they started this year, I'm like, y'all better watch out. These boys gonna repeat. If you don't believe me, you can go back and you can check this. You can check the tapes. You dig what I'm saying? What you got on this, man?
He ain't lying.
I think it was very awesome from TCU to win, man. I think they were a very underrated team that has been good, and they're used to playing in close games. But I don't believe that Michigan was ready for that. It shows some of the flaws of Jim Harbaugh as a coach. He made some very dumb coaching decisions. Now, I will say there was a very controversial call, so to speak, at the end where they could have called targeting on a guy at the very, very end where it seemed like TCU had it wrapped up, and they decided to basically pick up the flag and let the game go. Yeah. I appreciate that. Now, the guy I was watching, you know how they had like the Manning cast? They had like a cast with some guys from, I can't remember old dude name, the wrestling dude, from his little clique that always have Aaron Rodgers on. I forgot old boy name. But anyway, they had some people on there, and they was like, man, you got to let that go. You got to let that go. It ain't a big deal, but he was a Michigan fan. And then when they actually let it go, he started cussing live on air. So he wasn't really happy about that. But,
that's funny.
Yeah, it was funny, man. So salute to TCU, man. I respect their quarterback. He was in the Heisman running. And, look, in football, you got a good quarterback just like in basketball. You got a good point guard, a good quarterback, you can win games. You know what I mean? Now, for the Ohio State game, man, like Ohio State should have won that game. For real, they should have won it.
Big time.
Georgia stole that joint because Georgia,
now 18, bro.
Yeah, the quarterback for Ohio State, I forgot old dude's name. He nice. He was in the Heisman running too, and he was playing very, very good, man. But that kicker, no other way to say this. He nutted up in the big time, brother. He couldn't handle it. You know what I mean?
told C that kicker looked like one of us tried to kick that ball.
Man, that man went up there. He went up there and said, "He had no." Man, that jump was so off.
Off.
You know what I mean?
That one was off when it left his toe. You dig what I'm saying? But going into the championship game, I know you're real big on TCU. If Georgia is going to win this game, and I know we just talking about the results. If Georgia's going to win this game, they're going to have to figure out how to stop TCU's running back because Ohio State ran them boys clean over. I think it's going to be a good game, but I do think Georgia's going to go back-to-back. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think Georgia is going to win. I think they're going to be in more of a fight than what they expect, but I believe Georgia is going to win. Our brother Hagan said Jim Harbaugh will probably be the coach of Denver. That's a good fit. A coach and a team that's always overrated. Unfortunately, Van, if you see this in the future, I'm sorry, but all right. Yeah. Next subject, Donovan Mitchell dropped 71, and then the very next day he's drug tested. But, hey, let's focus on the 71, man. The 71, man, that boy was in his bag. And it wasn't a 71 just him showing out or in a loss. He had to score that for them to win that game.
Yeah, he did. Went to the free throw. I think he had like 58 when he went to the free throw. Missed it. Now, this is the thing. It's happened twice now in the last couple of weeks. He missed the free throw, got his own rebound, and put it in through the whole, like the big man. He went through all of them and put it in to put it into overtime. And Donovan only had, I think, 18 in the first half.
Yeah.
The rest of them points came in the second half in overtime. That boy, he couldn't miss. And he had 8 rebounds, 11 assists, and 1 block. That's crazy.
Yeah. Because, man, what else was crazy is that night they was missing Darius Garland, and they was missing Evan Mobley, 2 of their main players, and they came back and won that thing. You know what I'm saying? Just like Mr. G said, the Bulls were up 13. I'm sorry, Miss D. Sorry, D.
Yeah.
But hey, it was crazy, man. That was an epic game, epic game by that guy, man. He really went in. And nah, he just went off, brother. At the end of the day, he went off. Now, in this same vein, man, shout out to Giannis, who dropped 55 last night. You know what I mean? 55.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in the NBA. I heard a debate about this, man. I think it's interesting. A lot of people's like, man, nobody's playing defense. You watch it, people are playing defense. You know what I think it really is? And I agree with this guy that was saying this. I'm going to shout out a Memphis guy, Chris Vernon, but I'm going to shout this out. What I believe what is really happening is that there's a lot of good players. And, you know, back in the day, we always thought, you know, the glory days, man, it was so much better. Watch them games back then and watch now.
What? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everybody was trash back then. No, that's not true. There's a lot of good players back then, too. But there's a lot of – I'm talking about the role players now hit different than back in the day. And then the superstars are real superstars, man. Like, Giannis is literally like 7 foot, coming full speed, dribbling with dunk on you. That wasn't happening back in the day like that. Shaq was awesome. He wasn't that. Now, Shaq was dominant in a different way. He was dominant with strength and all that. But Giannis, man, coming at you full speed doing Euros. You know what I'm saying? At 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
Standing about 260. You know what I mean? Pure rock.
Yeah, man, it hit different. And the more and more, like Hagan said, 50 is the new 30. And they are playing defense, but these guys are
bring back hand checking. Nah, man.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what? If you bring back the hand checking, the way how you gonna hand check Steph? That's free throws all day long. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
from half court, he money.
Yeah,
basically anywhere inside half court.
You look at that, man. Like the new NBA, I like it. You know, because if you look at it in the 90s, I was a Scottie Pippen fan, bro. Wherever he went, Bulls, Rockets, Portland. Like, I was a Pippen fan before I became a Heat fan after he retired. My point is this. Those games were boring.
Yeah.
The 3-point contest back in the day was boring. Remember the All-Star weekend before they started having the sophomores and freshmen, it was veterans out there pulling hamstrings, 60-year-old veterans. So I love what the NBA. I'm an NBA fan, bro. So
me too.
Look,
me too, man.
I love the game. That's all I'm gonna say.
Now listen, you know, this could be a debate for later because I know everybody in the comments, Mr. G talking about but change the rules back since these guys are more talented, and then you know everybody say bring back hand check. Okay. This is the point why we say there's more talent. It's not because everybody back then was sorry. Everybody hear that and they say, well, we think everybody back then was sorry. That's not what I'm saying. There's 30 teams, fam. Back then it wasn't 30 teams. Every team has a superstar. Literally every team, not just a few teams, not just Boston, LA, Chicago, Detroit. No, every team has a superstar. The Washington Wizards got a superstar. Only team that probably ain't really got a superstar is maybe the Spurs. Even Orlando has a superstar. You know what I mean? Every team has a superstar. It was not like that back then. It's just pure numbers. That's what I'm saying. And then also, and I say this and we'll move on, they didn't shoot threes like that back then. Teams was averaging 7 to 8 threes a game. Right now, teams are averaging 25, 30, 40. Yes. It's different, fam. Like, and people can actually hit them now. That's it.
Right.
You know, so listen, I love the 90s era. I loved the Bulls. I really liked the Bulls back then. I didn't love Jordan. I liked Scottie like Rob, kind of. I'm always been an underdog guy, but I like Scottie. I love that team back then, so I just think it's different. Not every team has a superstar. Come on, see. Okay.
They got stars. They
They got very good stars.
They may not have superstars, but every team got an all-star now. And the only reason
Yes,
half of
every
them don't
team
make
has an
all-stars
all-star.
because you only got so many slots. But
Because you only
Mr.
got
G,
12 slots. Right.
yeah, Mr. G, every team does have an all-star.
Every team has an all-star. All-star. If every team got somebody averaging over 25, it's a bunch of teams got somebody averaging over 25. It's not because defense is trash. It can't be.
Yeah. You got to remember this all-star thing is voted by the fans. So that's the popular vote, meaning who they see in their face.
Right, and we'll leave it at this, man. But one thing we don't like, and I talk about this with music all the time. We always be like, man, the music was good in the 90s and that was it. Because that's the music you loved, and then we stick. We don't go no further. Same thing happened with sports. This is the sports we love, and we go no further. And it was like, yeah, we like LeBron, but the rest of the dudes is trash. I don't know. I liked it back then too, but I can't act like these dudes ain't cold. These one words, I almost said it. These one words is cold. They cold. All right, last one, man, and as y'all know, I do this for my own. Y'all know I'm a Grizzlies fan, but I do not hold no punches with my team. Ja Morant is sued for punching a 16-year-old. Here's what happened in this. What's the place? TMZ had this story. It happened back in July. He had a open run game at his house. He has a full court at his house. He probably had some of the local very good players, and a 16-year-old, he got to popping off at the mouth at Mr. Morant, and he threw the ball at Ja's face. This is all in the police report. And then Ja got mad and basically asked somebody, should I do it to him? And then he punched him. And then he punched him a few times. He fell on the ground. And then somebody jumped in and did what black people do when somebody falls. Yes. Yes. They checked his footwork. And then they broke it up, and they took the man off. He called the cops, and the dude basically said, hey, I'm going to blow this house up, and that's it. Here's the point. I don't think nothing going to really happen to Ja because it was on his property, and the dude threw the ball. That kind of just ruined everything for the kid. But for my superstar, for my team, I don't like it. Grow up, like I said a couple of weeks ago. You got to control your let me say it like this. You got people for that, my guy. Let your people handle that. Because you make the money, man. You know what I'm saying? You make the money. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, no, just for all my one word to the same Menace to Society, it just remind me of, hey, I'm my Lena cousin partner, and I don't like the way and Kane messed around, punched him, and stomped the boy out. That's what ended up happening. If y'all ain't never seen that scene, just look at Kane and old dog stomping the dude.
And I ain't saying this right. I'm just saying, like, people get wise and they get other people to handle it. That's what I say. And stop having people at your house, man. Stop having open runs. Play with NBA players. Another thing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't in South Carolina no more, my guy. You a star. All right, man, let's get into the Soapbox Segment.
Soapbox.
This is our Soapbox Segment where me and Rob both have 2 minutes to go off on whatever we want to go off on. Rob normally goes off on some type of sports situation. I'll go off on something funny. What's going to happen tonight? We do not know. And for y'all that's just getting here, Rob is not trying to be cool. He's dealing with some symptoms, and the bright lights is not helping. So, but my brother is here, so hey, salute to him. All right, traditional we got 2 minutes, and when it's over, you hear a sounder that sounds like this right here. Traditional, I always let my brother Rob go first. My brother, is you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's get it.
Look, in honor of the college football playoffs, this is what I want to say. NILs and the parity in football is definitely here. The last 2 seasons, we've seen top 5s and top 10s totally different. Most of the time, Alabama's there. You see your Ohio States. You know, the Power 5s, the ones that's going to always be there. This past weekend proved that Alabama doesn't have to be the one. And this is not a hate on Roll Tide, Crimson Tide fans. This is not what that's about.
Roll Tide.
But when you look at the viewership, it was up by 2.5 million. They had some of the highest ratings for the 2 playoff football games in recent years since, I believe, 2017. So it just goes to show you that the people want to see new blood. And when this playoff team of 12 comes into place, I want you to think of it like NFL wild card, second round, first round, and then you'll truly get a national championship. With that being said, I want to say salute for getting rid of the BCS. You could just call it the BS Bowls, because that's what it was really about. And going to this playoff format. Shout out to TCU for being the Cincinnati this year. Shout out to Ohio State, Georgia, and Michigan for giving us these great bowl games these last couple of times. Because normally what we see in these championship games are blowouts, and the parity and folks are branching out to go to all these different schools. I really appreciate the NIL. The only thing I'll say about NILs is we need to get some type of structure so things can go smooth and these kids are not being exploited for these schools. You know, it was already happening when you had, friends of the program, but now it's legal and you have big corporations doing things for them. So shout out to the NCAA men's football for finally starting to get some things right. The college playoffs for 12 comes in 2024 season, and I'm really looking forward to it so you can really see who out here and who can really coach.
Big salute. And the brother got it in for the time ended. All right, man, big salute on that. All right, my soapbox today is something that bothers me, and this is what bothers me. We do this podcast, and we enjoy doing this podcast. We love it so much. My brother is over here sick, dealing with symptoms, but still fighting, still trying to be up in here, and I'm so grateful for my brother doing it. But this is what I don't like, man. We try to do this the right way. And what I hate so much, and I'm not speaking of no one at all, but we do this thing, we do it faithfully, we paid all this money for this nice stuff, got these nice cameras, you know what I'm saying, and got the lights and all that, got us looking like stars over here, you know what I'm saying, but they call my brother Jeezy over here, we, you know what I'm saying, we looking real, real good, and it's cool, man, like I'm grateful for it, man, but what I hate, man, is when people skip the line, and when I call skip the line, you pay to play. No hate to nobody, man, but like in this YouTube space, I see so many people go buy this fake stuff, you know what I mean? And then look at you and be like, man, what you should be doing is this here. One word, them ain't even real people, them bots, you know what I mean? Them ain't real comments, you know what I mean? And that is very, very aggravating. Also, within the space and realm we in, a lot of times you got to connect with somebody and let them put you on. And we ain't really interested in doing that. So we going to take our time and we appreciate every single one of y'all that watched the Not the Same podcast. And it's all authentic. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how y'all found us, how you slipped up and found us or whatever. But, man, we are so grateful because we ain't paid for neither one of y'all. And a lot of y'all has blessed us and gave us, we'll just say offerings and gifts and all that, man. And we just so grateful, man. But one thing we going to let y'all know on this soapbox here today, and what's the date? We got January the 4th, 2023. We ain't gonna skip the line. We ain't gonna cheat, man. We gonna do it 100 for y'all, man. And that's my soapbox for today.
Ain't gonna be no bots, cuz.
No bots, cuz. We out. All right, this is our Debate Fuel segment where me and Rob go back and forth on particular subjects, and we normally always start off with whatever, man. We got 5 minutes. Y'all know what we do right here. The first one we getting into, I don't remember my little spiel. NFL Week 17 impress, depress. Let's go with the AFC, sir.
AFC,
what up, Van?
B, what's good? AFC impress. Let me tell y'all something. The Bills and the Bengals for making a collective decision from both teams to not continue Monday's night's game. Seeding was on the line for both teams, and they chose, salute to them, man.
Salute.
Very impressed. Seeding was on the line, and they chose a fellow brother over the game. Salute to the Bills and Bengals. That is my AFC impress.
Yeah, my AFC impress, man. I cannot say anything else but what you said, man. That really impacted me seeing what happened on Monday. They decided, from what we heard through the grapevine, NFL was like, yeah, y'all get 5 minutes, get yourself together, and then y'all can go on. And how you know that was true, that they really was going to give them 5 minutes, is because you saw, I forgot the old dude's name, but he was trying to fire the team back up. Stephon Diggs. He was over there trying to fire the team back up because he wanted to amp them back up to get ready to play. But then they decided collectively, the coach is like, nah, dog, we ain't finna do this.
We ain't doing that.
We ain't finna do this. So I give them all the respect for that because it was left up to the coaches. Now, the NFL took forever to basically postpone the game or AKA cancel it for now. But, hey, salute to those coaches, man, because that was traumatic for them guys, man.
Yeah,
AFC
that's definitely my impress. My AFC depress, hey, shout out to my brother-in-law, Chucky, bro. But he's a true Dolphins fan. But these guys literally gave up their season, bro.
Yes.
They went on a 5-game winning streak, and now they're on a 5-game losing streak. I said it last week. They had 2 games left in the division. Last week against the Pats, this week against the Jets. They will not make the playoffs. And I don't know how this happened, but it happened because they was on a roll, bro. But the Dolphins swam their way right on to Cancun. That's all I'm going to say.
Where I will be very soon. But anyway, my AFC press. This is kind of funny, especially with Van on here. My AFC press is the Denver Broncos, and here is why. It's not because they played a good game. They actually played a good game, but I am depressed with Russell Wilson because you waited until that coach got fired, and all of a sudden you want to act like you still knew how to play. Why you decide to play right now? You know what I'm saying? Why did you decide to play right now? All of a sudden now you can throw the ball again. You can run again all of a sudden after that coach. Why didn't you do that before? Now that the whole season is gone because whatever, it seemed like you was in your feelings. So I'm depressed with them. I'm not a Broncos fan, but I'm depressed for the Broncos.
Hey, when a team give up on a coach, bro, look at the Nets. That's all I can say. When a team give up on the coach.
And now look at them. Right.
And it's like, okay, next year I got y'all. Yeah. Y'all gave me the bag, but y'all got rid of my guy. So we good.
NFC impress, brother.
NFC impress. Look, let me tell y'all something. Tommy made his way to the playoffs, folks. Y'all better watch out. Yeah. Look, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in the playoffs, and say what you want to say about old Tom Brady. You let this one word get into the playoffs, he always finds a way to win, and the refs always find a way to help this one word. So my impress is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I will say this: my NFC impress is the Green Bay Packers. They have been on a roll. They have a chance to get into the playoffs. When we all thought it was over, me and you was talking about maybe he need to go and step aside and let the rookie go on and play. And look, he got a chance to do it. Now, he's an arrogant old I thought of a word, I ain't going to say it. But he's an arrogant dude. And, hey, but look, he handling their business. So salute to them.
Handle his business. Hey, handle it so much he almost did a discount double check the other day, bro. He forgot he wasn't sponsored by him no more. That boy, he was like, I don't get that bag no more.
I don't get that bag no more. NFC press, bro.
NFC press. Hey, Lil bro, I'm sorry, but they ain't flying, bro. They acting like they didn't got shot down. The Eagles are trying to give it all away. And when it's all said and done, the 49ers and the Vikings could now take home field advantage going into this last week with the Eagles being on a 2-game winning losing streak, bro. Like this is crazy.
Well, it's all because Jalen Hurts is hurt.
I get it. But I'm gonna tell you why I don't make no excuse. The 49ers are on their 3rd quarterback. Yeah. And I'll leave it at that. So my depress is the Eagles.
You ain't lying.
My depress is the Los Angeles Rams. One, because you left St. Louis and also put some money and didn't want to get a championship. Got you a quarterback. Screw y'all for that. And number 2, y'all hurt. So what?
I told you it wasn't no Super Bowl hangover. What I say? It wasn't no Super Bowl hangover? Nah, them one words is drunk. They've been drunk all season long.
All right, man. All right, next one. NBA impress, depress. NBA impress, depress. Let's go with the Eastern Conference. Who you got, brother?
Hey, my impress is the Indiana Pacers over the last 10 games. They're 7-3. And they have beaten the Cavs, Raptors, Clippers, Heat, and Boston, just to name a few. Tyrese Halliburton is playing. He's playing great. Buddy Hill's playing great. And rookie Mathurin, I think that's his name, Mathurin.
Benedict Mathurin.
Yeah, Mathurin. The guy's been balling. He's been balling.
Yes, sir.
And only thing they don't have is consistency. But right now they 7-3, and they done beat some of the biggest teams that like I just named, bro. So
and they young, man, and they got a real coach. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the coach. He used to be Dallas coach. They coach now, but he's a real coach. And they got talent. They're young. And, hey, look, man, they on their way up. Salute to them. Big salute. Yeah, and that's a big, big basketball state as a whole, Indiana, period. Yeah. All right, my impress in the East it has to be the Brooklyn Nets, man. They still winning. They still winning. They still have not lost. They 12 straight. They handling their business, going for 13. Kyrie is awesome. He catching putbacks. You know what I'm saying? He playing ever since Nike dropped him. He been in his bag. I don't know what type of shoes he got on. He may got them pro kids, all black on black on black. You know,
them 2Ks.
yeah, he got the BHM joints. I mean the BHI high top. The black Hebrew Israelite high top joints. He got them joints on out there balling. But hey,
the gym.
But they balling, man. Big salute to them, man. And my biggest salute when it comes to Brooklyn is to Jacques Vaughn. Black coach.
Yeah, man.
Paid his dues, you know what I'm saying? Got screwed the last time for Nash. He really was supposed to be the coach when Nash came in the first time, and they decided to keep him. He said, all right, I'll be cool. I'll stay in my place. And now he handling his business. And mess around might be coach of the year. Go ahead, bro.
Bruh. Not only is he handling his business to piggyback off you, he was humble about it. And they was about to bring in Aduke. Remember that? And was going to skip over this guy. And now that you think about it, and now that you think about it, I think KD might have said, we don't want him. Give us our guy. Yeah. And this is what they got. This is what they got.
Like we talked about it on a debate fuel recently, man. Do coaching matter? Yeah, do. If you can motivate them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And obviously, he is able to get them guys to play. They all playing very, very, very well. Now, I think I say this. I think they need a trade, though. They need to get a big man. But other than that, they ready to go. They ready to go.
I think about this with this streak. This is the same team Kevin Durant was saying, y'all see who I'm playing with? Like, what do I have? You know what I'm saying?
Same team.
Same squad. You know what I mean? And now here we are, and they just playing better, man.
All right. East D press.
I'm sorry, D. Chicago Bulls. They just let Mitchell give them 71 reasons why they need to break up that team. They 5-5 in the last 10 games,
brother.
71 reasons on why y'all need to break that team up. Because them one words, they was up by 13, went into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And like I said, if the GM don't see, Mitchell gave you 71 reasons.
Yeah.
He gave you 10 assists on telling you need to pass these one words about this city because they don't play well together. That's all I'm saying. It's the Bulls for me, bro.
All right, on the East, my D press is the Hornets. Why do y'all suck? Y'all shouldn't be this bad. Y'all got a lot of talent. You got young talent. You got Melo Ball. You got a lot of players, man. Like, I don't understand why y'all suck. And y'all may beat my team tonight, but y'all still going to suck. I don't get it. Y'all only won like 10 games. Y'all should be good. And y'all just habitually suck. And I'm sorry, MJ, but you pass the reins, my guy, when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. I'm right with you. West Empress. Hagens, ask your question, man. I see your question mark, but while we talking, ask your question.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
My Empress, the Warriors. They're winning without Wiggins and Curry.
Yeah,
and
man.
they on a 5-game winning streak. Yes, they're doing it at home, but Clay had 54 points the other night, and he looked like the Clay of old. And I like seeing that because they wrote my man. I'm not even a Warriors fan. They wrote my man off because of injury. Same way they did Kevin Durant. They wrote him off because of injury. And now here we are, my man, 54 piece, bro. And they on a 5-game winning streak. Yes, they at the crib, but that's my Empress.
Yeah, same for me, man. Is the Golden State Warriors, man. Listen, they 5 in a row at home. Now look, they're awesome at home, seem to be trash on the road. But if you get Clay back and you got Jordan Poole, look, Rob knows I'm not a huge Jordan Poole fan, but the brother is good. At the end of the day, he is good. You know what I mean? He kind of weird, but he good. He is good, and you got Clay back, and then you mess around and bring my boy, what's the name back? You bring Steph back, then you got 3 again, and all you got to do is have Draymond just be Draymond, be loud, never get called text on, but be a good passer, you know, doing these magician passes he do. Hey, man, they going to be a problem. They going to be a problem. At the end of the day, they going to be a problem, man. All right, man, on to the next.
No, D-Press. What's D-Press?
West D-Press. Who we got?
West D-Press.
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead. No, I'll let you get this one.
Man, my D-Press is the Lakers. It's the Lakers. Like they always, LeBron is awesome, and AD is always hurt. Always hurt. He is Mr. Glass, and they mess it up for them every year. And I know everybody is a Lakers fan, and everybody daddy is a Lakers fan, but y'all is some annoying fans. Y'all know y'all suck.
Right. Facts on
Go
facts,
ahead, bro.
So my D-Press is this, man. Look, there's going to be another 7-foot Frenchman in Utah
Yep.
come the draft because Utah is now on a 5-game losing streak. We thought they was going to be good, and they 3-7
so
over the last 10
at
games.
first.
And it's like all of a sudden the GMs came down and said, "All right, y'all did enough. Y'all filling the seats. We need to get to 7. We need to get Gobert Cousin in here, and so we can go ahead and do what we need to do." Jazz is my deep press.
Yeah, man. All right, man. On to the next here. On to the next. Let me get right here. All right. Hold on, get my timer back. How should the NFL handle what happened on Monday, scheduling wise, on playing again? So, should they reschedule the game? Should they cancel the game? How should they do that? Because that creates a lot of stuff. Those are very highly ranked teams in their division, and they were playing for a big thing. And to just watch that game away could cause problems because they could mess around and just gift wrap something to Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City is deserving, but then it kind of takes away the fact of earning that. You know what I mean? So I just wonder what's going to happen with that, man. Go ahead, bro.
I was thinking, if the guys, they play Thursday, play tomorrow night like a Thursday night game, and then sometimes you have short weeks where a person to play on, I think it's Sunday, and then they turn around and play on Thursday. So if they play this Sunday, the team they gonna play, the last game extended would be next Thursday, which would give them like any other team that would play on Thursday. Or you add an extra Monday night game and you play tomorrow, and then they play Monday night, because that would be your short week if you had a Sunday, Thursday game type situation. Enough time to rest. But both of these teams is playing. This is for seeding, bro. Like, that's why I gave them AFC Impress, because they're 12-4. I think Kansas City is 13-3. And if they win, they tie up with Kansas City, and then they gotta go. They gotta go for tiebreakers. So that's big. That's big, because the Bengals,
I mean, the way the game was going, even at the beginning of the game, Bengals was handling the business. Now, the Bengals was at home. They had the crowd behind them. And the NFL game is long. I would rather them play it out on the field. And what I say is like kind of what Van is saying. Finish the regular season and play a makeup game during the week off, and then push the playoffs back 1 week. That's what I think they should do. Because, listen, they control it. At the end of the day, there's always like 2 weeks in between the end of the season and then the Super Bowl. So just put something in between there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ahead, NFL is big on their money. What do you say?
Miss G say Bills have the tiebreaker.
So if the Bills is to win, guess what? Bills now have home field advantage, which is big for them possibly making it to the Super Bowl, because nobody wants to play in that cold weather. I say this about the NFL about pushing weeks back. Stuff is already pre-planned for the NFL. They are a juggernaut when it comes to making sure that everything is in place.
Yeah.
Shows are ready, preparation is ready. But we could do without this year. If that's the case, make the Pro Bowl go back to after the Super Bowl. Yes. Because the Pro Bowl is trash, bro.
Yeah, they can keep the Pro Bowl gonna be flag football. Who wants to see that? I mean, I know that what's the name is highly rated. Football is always great and king on ratings and all that. But look, bro, just skip it. I think doing it on another week, but you do it on a Thursday like you said. But whatever, I think they need to play the game. Let them play the game. I know within 2 weeks, prayerfully and hopefully this young man will be out the hospital. They'll know what's going on with him, where the players can be able to get over it emotionally. Because I know that's tough for them to have to deal with, man. But at the end of the day, man, that's their job. It's not. I'm not saying be insensitive. Make sure they is good. But if you just pull that game out or make it basically like a tie, that's gonna mess some stuff up, bro.
Yeah, that could possibly. That's a possible Super Bowl. That's messing with Super Bowl type. Chances, if you will.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think, this ain't no bottom. This ain't like the Raiders or something. You know what I mean? Team ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Miss G say NFL wants that bye week before the Super Bowl, more hype, a.k.a. more money. I agree with that.
I agree with that. I agree with that. They're about their money.
Yeah, but they've done it before where it wasn't 2 weeks in between the Super Bowl. It's happened before. They can do it. I mean, this is a special situation, man. Like, I just think, they did all that type of stuff when COVID was going on. You know what I mean? For a potential death, and this was like literal. They saw this dude gone and brought back right there in their face. It's something different. Hagan said the Pro Bowl is for players to get their bag and contract negotiations. The fans don't care about it. Hey, you just be named the Pro Bowl guy then. We ain't got to see the game. because I ain't gonna watch it. Van say they are able to move any game, bro. It's easy. He would want them to play so they can make up this game. Trust me, I think so too, bro.
Yeah, no
That's
doubt.
what I think.
It's going to be made up because
I think it will.
If this is what I would say, if this was like you said, the Rams versus the Raiders, this game wouldn't be made up because it has no playoff implication. But the fact that these two teams are involved, this game gonna be made up.
Yeah, man. Anyway, man, we'll see what happens, man. Once again, man, prayers out to Hamlin, Damar Hamlin, that he recovers well.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
All right, last subject for tonight, and this is a doozy, especially for my brother Rob. Is Zion destined for greatness or career injuries, not living up to his potential? Is Zion destined for greatness or career injuries, a.k.a. not living up to his potentials? Mr. Davis, Mr. Duke fan, what do you think?
I'm on the fence because I'm a fan. But because if y'all all remember when we got all hyped up because he bust out his shoe at Duke? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this dude's so big, he bust out his shoe and he twisted his knee. You dig what I'm saying? Like, he twisted his knee. He ended up playing 33 games that year for Duke because he was a one-and-done guy. But before that even happened, he bruised his knee in AAU ball. And he was out a few months for his knee. So his size and his athleticism has him to be injury-prone. Since being in the NBA, Zion has only played 114 games in 3 seasons, meaning he missed about 132 games. So he less than 50% as far as how long he's been in the league. These little nagging injuries, bro, he gonna have to figure something out. It's a foot, it's his hamstring, and he plays so hard. Like, I don't want to see that, Higgins, but that's what it's starting to look like. Zion is the new Blake Griffin. I hate to say it.
Yeah, I think if he doesn't change his game, and his greatest advantage is his wild recklessness, so to speak, going through the hole, because he's not that tall, but he jumps extremely high and he's big, right? But that bigness, is not good on his body, man. Not good on his knees, not good on his ankles. He keep having these nagging injuries. Whenever he gets on the roll, whenever the team gets to going, you know what I mean? He gets an injury. His latest injury is a hamstring. You can't rush back from a hamstring, my guy. You pull your hamstring, you got to wait till it's healed. Ain't no early comeback. You know, this is at least a month, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? With treatment or whatever, you can get the greatest treatment. Y'all remember Chris Paul every single year pulling hamstring as soon as he get to the playoffs, and he try to play and it just don't work. It just don't work. You know what I'm saying? And I think the greatest solution to Zion, although I believe this is his natural body, probably what he need to be genetically, that's what his body is going to look like. He got to figure out a way to lose weight, to get the stress off his limbs, man, and stop dunking so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, get a jumper. For real. Get a jumper. You know what I'm saying? Extend your career, brother. Go ahead, bro.
I was going to go in on Van, but since you put a Kentucky dude out there against a Duke dude, I forgive you, my brother. As long as you put a Kentucky
soon as the AD came up, you was good.
Yeah, I was cool. But what did he say?
Go ahead.
With Higgins with Derrick Rose, that's what you was about to read?
Yeah.
Okay. Derrick Rose was another one. He got to learn how to finesse the game instead of just athletic ability. So was D Wade. I was a big D Wade fan. D Wade was reckless going to the hole. I feel like that about Ja Morant. But you want to know the difference between Rose, Morant, and Wade? They're not as big as Zion. And Zion coming down that hard. Like I watch NBA TV a lot. When you look at the Chandlers and the Haywood, I know Haywood wasn't that great, but the one thing that them cats don't have anymore are knees because they depended on dunking and coming down hard like that, and they can't even dunk a ball now. And this man 7 foot and can't dunk. Like that's bad. He's gonna have to figure it out, and I think he can because Joel Embiid had problems his first 3 or 4 years, and it was like trust the process, hurt. Trust the process, hurt. Now look at Embiid. Embiid ain't playing no games right now. He killing it. Even with Chris Paul, he was hurt. And he figured some stuff out, and guess what? He's good. But neither one of them cats jumping like Zion does, so he's gonna have to change his game.
Mr. G, I actually agree with this, man. I'm not trying to be gentle on Chris Paul. Yes, he is a choke artist. I don't care if he get a ring. I'm not a fan of Chris Paul. I know everybody want him to get a ring, man. Forget that dude. I ain't studying him. But
you better start walking like you did in that commercial.
But Man, why was he looking at dude like that, man? That joke was hilarious. But yeah, man, I think one thing for Zion that Embiid that Zion should do that Embiid learned. Embiid gets in the post now. You know what I'm saying? He puts his body on you. Now the thing, Zion, no, he ain't. Zion more like, I don't think he's 6'9". I think Zion like 6'6", ain't he? He ain't that tall, man.
He about 6'7". They label him 6'9", but
I seen him in the airport at time, man. He ain't look that tall to me. You know what I mean? He looked normal. But anyway, man, he said Embiid still hurt. He still hurt a lot, but but he plays through it now. That is true, Higgins. He do get hurt because he got hurt a little bit this year, but he'll go on to play through it. But I think, like I say, he'll preserve his knees and his body more. Get a post game, man. I know people don't like it. We was talking about the old NBA versus the new NBA back then. One thing about them post players, man, a lot of them dudes still walking. You know what I mean? Shaq missing half a toe, but he's still walking, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hakeem Olajuwon still coaching young cats. You dig what I'm saying? Man. They paying big money for Hakeem to come in. For my fault for cutting you off. Zion is actually 6'6", 284 pounds.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Well, he still wear an 8.5 shoe. Silly, man. All right, man. Get to this the one word of the day. I got a good one today, and then we'll be up out of here.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy P-Lot, a.k.a. the Brick Slangy, and guess what? You tuning in to the Not the Same podcast. Laborers.
This one word. No.
Of the day.
The one word of the day is Mr. Skip Bayless, but not for what you think. But my reason I get Miss Dingle already, Skip Bayless. Yes, the one word of the day is for Skip Bayless, but it's not for what you think. It's not for what you think. And here's why. This is the tweet that I got a picture of the tweet that Skip Bayless put up at the most wrong time ever when during that game on Monday. He put up this tweet. He said, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. Right? Now, everybody, not for this tweet. Me personally, ain't got a problem with the tweet. It was the timing of the tweet because everybody on social media at that time was, hey, cancel the game, let's don't talk about this. The key point he said at the end, he said, which now seems so irrelevant because of the injury, right? So I'm not going to stick up for the guy, but I was saying, this is not why I'm making him the one word of the day. I'm making him for the one word of the day for what he has been doing to my guy Shannon Sharpe. 2 times now. Now, last week, him and Shannon got into it, and he basically acted like Shannon was a bum out here because said that Shannon was jealous of Tom Brady, and that's why he be getting on him so hard. And then Shannon took off his glasses and told this man on live TV, no, put your glasses, put your effing glasses back on. Live TV. You feel what I'm saying? Disrespectful. One, I have no respect for that. To do that man like that, that's a grown man. I am so shocked. I know he had to take everything with him to keep himself from slapping the living boo-boo out that dude. You know what I mean? Then today, literally today, because yesterday Shannon did not even come to the show because he did not want to deal with him, right? He did not even want to deal with him, so he didn't even show up for the show. He came today in the opening monologue. When he's talking, he can't even finish his monologue talking about, hey, he's like, yo, this is why I didn't come. I know people thinking this is this. Let me clear this up. This is why I didn't come because of this tweet. And I wanted everything to be focused on the man that got hurt, which is Damar Hamlin, right? I want everything to be focused on that. Skip interrupts him then. Won't even let him finish because Shannon wanted him to take the tweet down. He said, no, I'm not taking the tweet down. I don't think I should have to take the tweet down. Listen, I'm not really upset with the tweet, so to speak. But, man, don't be disrespecting this man on national TV. Like, bruh, I wouldn't assume Shannon is a punk. I think he's trying to hold himself together. You know what I mean? I know he's trying not to embarrass himself on live TV. But this is what I want for my man Shannon. Leave. You're good enough. Yeah. ESPN, if they wanted him, Shannon would do ratings out the roof. He's awesome, right? He would be better than every other person on there other than Stephen A. Smith instantly. He is that good. And if you don't want to do with them, keep your Shay Shay podcast. You good, bruh. Don't take that, man. Because, listen,
Club
Skip Bayless.
Shay Shay is killing.
Club Shay Shay is killing, man. You ain't got to take that from that clown. Listen, Skip Bayless was a good writer back in the day, but he always do stuff for shock value. But, man, don't disrespect this man on national TV. Not a grown man. You lucky that man didn't slap the piss out of you, dog. For real. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
This is this one right here, man, hit home because it always seemed to show you sometimes, no matter how high you get as a black man, something like this always happens. And if he would have responded now, shout out to Shannon, bro.
Big shout
Because
out.
if he would have
Big shout out.
responded by emotions, it's over. But because he responded like a man and realized it's what my man C always say, protect the bag, fam.
Yeah.
Because he responded because he knew he had more to lose than just to get off his flesh of smacking this man.
Right.
Shout out to Shannon. He didn't play no chump. He didn't play no house, you know what? He didn't do none of that. No, he played the way he was supposed to, and that's he kept it professional. And I got to give a shout out to Shannon for that because that was super personal, like D said, and it was very, very disrespectful.
Very disrespectful.
Most people, I don't see the big deal. Man, get up out of here with that.
You crazy. Shannon Sharp is a Hall of Fame tight end. Is that right?
Flat out.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
What did Skip do? Skip was trash on his basketball team, trash on everything. He ain't played nothing. You know what I mean? This man is a Hall of Fame, and you talking, man, so disrespectful. So disrespectful, man.
Yeah.
Let me go to the crowd right quick because I know people got to going in. Or find a clause to dip from the contract. Yeah, that's the reason why he stayed because he got a contract, right? Hagan say facts. Then Shannon snapped on him today. I shared it on my Facebook. Good. Let's see. Hagan say Shannon still got them guns and will break Skip Skip in half like a twig. Absolutely. Told the man to put your glasses on. Shaking my head. Man, totally out of pocket for that. Van say Club Shay Shay is better anyway. Club Shay Shay is good. And then Van say Skip Bayless is straight garbage, period. Yep. And then D say he went personal. And then Ms. Dingle say Skip has always been a garden tool. Man is a jerk. He is a jerk for ratings. Absolutely. And then talking about Bayless is living recklessly. He gonna catch hands. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he will. But again, for everybody, for every man on this pod that's listening to this podcast, take Shannon's route because he realized that one moment of satisfaction could destroy his whole career. And he thought about it. Yeah, he thought about it and he handled it a whole different way. And he'll get paid when it's all said and done.
Because if he would have slapped him, he wouldn't have worked no more.
Yeah, it was over.
He'd be somewhere like Jason Whitlock somewhere on YouTube, just YouTube. Because he wouldn't have been on no big network no more. It would have been over. You know what I'm saying? Because, listen, he would have been in every right to slap the piss out that man. But you can't do that. And this is America. This is America. And like Rob was saying, you know, without us going to 2-2 in depth, this is America. And the most problematic line to me is when he said, put your glasses back on.
Put your glasses back on.
Who is you? Tell me put my glasses on. Like that was that's the one. That's the one where the dude could catch it. You know what I mean? And that was totally out of pocket and totally disrespectful, man. Go ahead. Yeah,
bro. So no, I mean that's why he the one word of the day. I mean, when Shannon first started, he was aggravating as heck to me the way he talked. But as he got better and he perfected his craft and he started on the YouTube stuff, and then I saw him on All the Smoke and just started following. I'm like, you know what? This dude good. And he intelligent. And he knows his sports. And he does his research. So, yeah, man. He definitely, like Van said, he definitely handled that mug correctly. Yeah. And salute to Shannon, man. Like, that was a man move right there. That was a man move.
Yes, sir. Because it could have went so many ways. But this is the other good thing about him. He ain't just a football guy. You know, see, a lot of times you got this guy, okay, just come talk football. They ain't going to let you talk nothing else. You know, like they do Big Perk. Big Perk can't do nothing but talk basketball. They don't let him talk everything else. No, Shannon know it all. So respect to him, man. Big respect, man. And I pray this brother get freed. You know what I'm saying? Get this brother free, let him do something, man. He don't got to be with Skip. He don't got to get your own thing, have your own producer, have all that yourself, man, because you deserve it. And the people will follow him. Go ahead, bro.
No, the way Fox did it for Max. I mean, the way ESPN did it for Max when Max and your boy fell out,
Stephen
and
A.
it seemed
Smith,
like
yeah.
it seems like this. Stephen A. had a problem because Max was starting to get big.
Yep.
I don't care what
Yep.
anybody say. It was an ego thing. So they gave Max. Now Max got his own show and he has
Yep.
a morning show. So they gave Max 2 shows on their network, and that's the same thing I want to see Fox do for Shannon.
And he was gonna never kill Max. Max came from boxing. Max is known in boxing. Max was gonna always be good. And once, like you said, Max got too intelligent. He was killing Stephen A. in a lot of these arguments. I mean, and especially a lot of arguments considering our own race. He was embarrassing this dude a lot with even black arguments, which is crazy. I'm gonna say this one, D, then we gonna wrap this up. She said he is not Will Smith. He is not Will Smith. Smack him then get an Oscar. Nope. He would have got a pink slip. Shout out to Shannon. Absolutely.
Yeah.
He couldn't do that Will Smith stuff. He couldn't do it. All right, man. We finna get up out of here, man. We appreciate y'all watching. I got it today, brother. I'm gonna let you say your voice. Bro. So I got a question for you. Have you ever thought, I really enjoy what these guys are doing with this podcast. How can I help support them? How can I be a blessing to them? This is how. You can cash out Not the Same Podcast with the cash sign, or you can go to www.notthesamepodcast.com/support. That is the ways, or that are the that is the ways. Let me talk it that way. That be the ways you can help these one words.
Those are the ways, bro.
Yeah, those are the ways, but I like that be. That be the ways you can help these one words out. Another way you can help us out is by doing this what you see on the screen. Every time you see us doing something, hit a like. Go ahead and subscribe. Tell your homeboys, your cousin them, your mama them, your uncle them, all them to subscribe and listen and tune in to what we got going here, man. Because let me let you know something. We ain't stopping. Full speed ahead, 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? Pedal to the metal. All that stuff, man. We ain't stopping. We gonna keep going. Tune in tomorrow night. We'll have another music and faith show. We'll be reviewing a couple of videos and all that good stuff, man. So tune in tonight. Tune in tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. I'm C. Micah.
I'm Robert Dean.
We out, man. We'll see y'all later.
Christ lives in us, so we gave us the strength, so we gave us the power, so we he's showing out, that's why we